information, dependable talk shows, breaking news, and the most impacting topics of discussion. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza on Power FM, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. Let your voice be heard. Call 673-2324 or text 661-2721 or visit our website www.powerfm955belize.com. Start your morning with Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. And get informed.
There is not a place to find. Take me back to my old Belize. Oh, Belize. Oh, Belize. Take me back to my old Belize. There is not a place to find. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place to find. Take me back to my old home, Belize. My old home, Belize. Old home, Belize. Do not be back in my old home, Belize. There is not a place to find. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Warm home, sweet
To you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, thank you for choosing Power FM. Cuando son ya las 7:17, las 7:17, buenos días una vez más, Orijoac, buenos días, Corozal, buenos días, Belice.
home, Belize. Sweet home.
Aquí su servidor Sunny Baeza contigo, estaré contigo hasta lo que son las 9 esta mañana
There is not
en el 95.5. Vamos a comenzar esta mañana con lo que nosotros hacemos mejor aquí en Power FM. Vamos a comenzar esta mañana haciendo lo que es la oración nacional del país de Belice. Así es que en este momento les voy a pedir que me acompañen mientras nosotros oramos la oración nacional del país de Belice para el día de hoy, martes, el día 8 del mes de abril, aquí en lo que es el 95.5. Join me as we pray. Almighty and eternal God, who through Jesus Christ has revealed your glory to all nations, please protect and preserve Belize, our beloved country. God of might, wisdom and justice, please assist our Belizean government and people with your Holy Spirit of counsel and fortitude. Let your light of your divine wisdom direct their plans and endeavors, so that with your help we may attain our just objectives. With your guidance, may all our endeavors tend to peace, social justice, liberty, national happiness, the increase of industry, sobriety, and useful knowledge. We pray, O God of mercy, for all of us, that we may be blessed in the knowledge and sanctified and observance of your most holy law. That we may be preserved in union and in peace which the world itself cannot give. And after enjoying the blessings of this life, please admit us, dear Lord, to that eternal reward that you have prepared for those who love you. Lord, Belize loves you. This tiny jewel, the heart of Central America, the pearl of the Caribbean, the hidden jewel of the world, this 8,867 square miles, from the Rio Hondo to the Sarstoon, from the Yalbak Hills to the Blue Lagoon, bordered in the south and west by our sister nation, Guatemala, in the north by Mexico, and on the east by the beautiful blue Caribbean Sea. Lord, we pray. We pray for the leaders of our nation, our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable John Briceño, members of his cabinet, members of the National Assembly and the Senate. Lord, that you may fill their cups with wisdom, dignity, and honesty as they lead us out of poverty and bring an end to corruption. We pray for the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Belizeans in the jewel and abroad. Lord, that you may give us courage and strength, that you may guide us and lead us, that you may provide and protect us. Lord, we ask you for our farmers, nuestros cañeros y cañeras. We ask you for our cattle ranchers, todo ganadero y ganadera. We ask you for each and every little farm, todo granjita, todo ranchito. Señor, bendícenos. Bless us, Lord, we pray. With this, we say amen and amen and amen. Cuando son ya las 7:22, las 7:22, buenos días una vez más Orange Walk, buenos días Corozal, buenos días Belize, y claro que sí, pues las lluvias de ayer, ¿verdad? El frente frío está afectando el país de Belice en este momento. The cool front is affecting the country, and definitely it's amazing for us because it's something that we, la gente lo pedía, ¿verdad? Un poquito de lluvia. Pues ya está la lluvia aquí. Alright. La lluvia ya está aquí, así es que I am looking at how it will happen, how it will go. Wow, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Así es que vamos a estar viendo bastante cositas esta mañana. Vamos a estar viendo bastante cosas que están pasando en el país. Así es que we're here, and we're here to bring it to you as it is. Alright, la zafra arrancó ayer. Esta mañana tuve una charla pequeña con el señor Fred Ortega, and it's on. The crop is on. Alright. El ingenio sigue moliendo y nosotros aquí seguimos entregando caña lo más que se pueda entregar. Se está haciendo todo lo posible. It's a challenge. I will see this. I will see this that global warming is really a challenge, Miss Maria Cocom. De veras que es un reto. By my good friend Antonio Dudu Novelo. Long time Dudu. ¿Ve ganar? ¿Ve para yo de Houston? Ahora Dudu ya puro Houston ahora. Raúl Santoya, good morning. Miss Barbara McLaughlin, good morning, Sandy. Cold front rolling in here. Man, but no. Right there, bring one little bit of rain. The trees of the leaves are green and beautiful. They are all new leaves, Puras hojas nuevos. The avocado tree, it looks so beautiful. Raúl Santoya, I'm telling you, it's nice, all right? It's good. Ahí para Miss Maggie Burgos, buenos días, Miss Maggie. Ahí para Osman, good morning. Ahí para Dave, para Carla, buenos días. Ahí para Tomás y Caroline, good morning to you. Ahí también vamos a mandar los saludos esta mañana. Ahí para Miss Maggie Bradley, good morning Miss Maggie, good morning Edna. Thank you, thank you. Ahí para Dulce Gutierrez, dice Dulce, ay, Mr. Sunny, you don't mention my name, man. All right, Miss Dulce. Buenos días, Miss Dulce. Gracias también por estar con nosotros. Miss Mirna, good morning. Ahí para Earl Lopez. Morning, brother Earl. I don't know if you're at work right now. I think most of them are the grind in the mill right now, haciendo azúcar. That's what these guys do. They do sugar. All right? You know, maybe one of the ideas we have to invite some of them man from BSI and tell us how they work, you know, because only the big people they call, you know, we never hear about the small man. How these are hard working guys do a number of stuff. You know, man, it's amazing, though, de veras. ¿Cuánto hacen los trabajadores del ingenio? ¿Cuánto ellos tienen que estar haciendo para que nosotros podamos tomar ese café? So we can drink that coffee every morning. You know, when you get a sweet bread, that bun for your breakfast, you know, all these sugars come from BSI, and it's amazing, you know, that these men, hard helmet guys, are out there. Y solo imagínense que cada palo de caña se tiene que cortar por los cortadores de caña. You know, these men cut all that sugar cane, you know, that goes to the mill. And these men get exhausted, se cansan estos cortadores de caña, y después es problema. Then it's problem because, boy, they a lot of work. You know, and the compensation is not much. Siempre los cortadores de caña haciendo ese esfuerzo, you know, how you call it, doing the efforts of making things happen, but it's very good, okay? Pero buenos días una vez más y gracias siempre por la fiel sintonía, gracias por estar con nosotros. En breve estaremos con mi gran amigo a ver si va a venir hoy, pero si no viene, pues ni modos, right? Paul, I think you're there by your way. All right, if not, then we continue this morning. Definitely we have a lot of things to talk about. Sports is one. Ayer no lo mencioné, pero sí les voy a decir que I heard that the People's Stadium was a very tight game yesterday, on Sunday, at the People's Stadium, where the Verdes defeated Orinjoax Progreso 1-0 via a penalty kick. And my first question was it a good call? All right, pregunté si era una buena llamada, and they said, yeah. Yep, it was a good call. And definitely, like I said again, lo mencioné yo aquí, tal vez la intención del jugador no era hacer, como dice Greg Z said, a nasty clean play, but just the nasty came out, not the clean, and a penalty was called. I did not go to the game, no jugué el partido, pero sí les voy a decir que fue interesante that we lost 1-0 and by a penalty to los Verdes. Pero la cosa es, como le dije yo a Presca Dugan, no es que los Verdes son un mejor equipo que el Progreso, pero fue un error que cometió el equipo de Progreso y perdimos 1-0. Hay que ir ahora a lo que es Benque y tratar de ganar 2-0 para hacer el empate. We have to win 2-0 at Benque to make a draw, right? And then from there, it's magic because then right now Verdes have 2 goals in favor because away from home it's 2. So boy, es algo interesante. If there's a draw, 1-1. Hoigo, yeah, you need 2 for win, Ocho. A 1-0 in Benque is a draw for Progreso. 1-0 en Progreso, ahí en el Benque, 1-0 para Progreso es un empate, 2-0 es un gane, un empate le da la victoria a lo que es los Verdes. Empató el equipo del Port Loyola, empató con lo que fue el equipo de San Pedro, 1-1. El primer gol fue metido por el equipo de San Pedro. A los últimos 15 minutos empató el partido el equipo de Port Loyola. Así es que, again, I told press, it's not who is better than who and who is who. Right now, all teams, the 4 teams are playing the same level of football. And definitely it's amazing for us to see what is happening, ¿verdad? Para ver qué es lo que está pasando. Pero esa es la realidad. Las 7:30, it's 7:30 in studios. And definitely this time check is coming your way through the courtesy of none other than Smart, bringing people together. Smart, la compañía de teléfono que está con nosotros por los últimos 20 años, celebrando aquí en el país de Belice. Smart, bringing people together.
20 years ago, we built a company that is about more than just connection through technology. We've been partners in progress, empowering communities, nurturing growth, and strengthening bonds. We've grown together, lifting not just businesses, but dreams, not just communities, but families. Because true success isn't measured in years, but in the lives we've touched, the opportunities we've created, and the connections we've made together.
As a Smart customer for the past 18 years, they have provided me with exceptional value and connected me to the most significant moments in my life.
For 20 years, Smart has been a pioneer in telecommunication innovation, from offering services in underserved areas to launching promotions that increase your connectivity.
They go beyond calls. They're committed to a brighter future for us all. That's why I'm proud to stand behind them.
As we look ahead, our mission to enrich your lifestyle with affordable, innovative, and cutting-edge wireless communication solutions is stronger than ever. We'll continue to connect what matters most, you. Smart, celebrating 20 years of bringing people together.
Celebrating 20 years of bringing people together. Good morning to you once again, wherever you are. Ahí para Miss Barbara McLaughlin, dice Miss B, there's no beautiful losses or no ugly wins. Why that's true. Morning, Mr. San. Good morning here in Placencia today. Thank you, Reggie. Gracias por estar con nosotros. You know, it's always what we see when it comes to sports. It's amazing because, you know, I remember Ms. B in sports under the last United Democratic Party administration. We were hammering a lot on sports because sports is not happening much in Belize. You know, they just talk it, but they don't really they happen. The business community is what is pushing sports in the country of Belize, and it's real. It's real, you know. Every time that there's a competition, then you can see the young men who are driven by the said sports, either basketball, football, volleyball, whatsoever the sports is, you know. They want to meet business people and ask them for sponsorship. And that's how these people go around, you know. They ask for a sponsor this week, then they go around and they ask for, you know, if you could sponsor water, you could sponsor this, you could sponsor ice, you could sponsor this, you could sponsor that. And it's a little bit tight, and sometimes even here at Power FM we try to do our best to assist, to help these young men and even the young ladies, that are sports driven, to be out there playing instead of doing negative stuff, to be very positive. It's always wonderful to assist, always great to help. Y eso es siempre lo importante, pero la cosa es que me acuerdo yo abajo de la administración de lo que fue el Youth and Sports. When I checked with the Youth and Sports Department in regards to the budget, I think they allocated only about $2 million for the budget for youth and sports. And definitely the opposition then, the People's United Party, saw that they only had $2,000 for youths and sports. And to be honest, in that $2 million, there was nothing much for playgrounds, for parks, for stadiums, fields to be upgraded, to be fixed. No era para eso. Esos 2 millones que tenía el sports, the sports department, never for fix up fields, no era para mejorar las canchas de fútbol, no era para mejorar los courts para jugar basketball, no era para gastar en pelotas. It's not to buy ball and stuff like this. No, these monies were mostly for salaries. Era para salarios de los que trabajan en esos departamentos. It was for salaries for youth and sports. It was for salaries for them, vehicles, fuel, and stuff like that, And it was amazing because these people who work in these offices, a few are professionals. Hay unos que son profesionales, and of course several are government appointed, creating jobs for their people, which is very good. But it would be good also to see that sports is really growing, ¿verdad? Para ver que está creciendo el deporte. I was looking at a text, and I was waiting to see about it, but I will wait till Pal come this morning. I'll be waiting to hear from Palacio this morning, because it's very important as we learn about different things in sports. I want to, first of all, this morning, esta mañana, de veras, con sinceridad, thank you to all business people. Thank you to all sports enthusiasts that do not turn away our young people when they approach us for support in sports. Yo le quiero darle gracias a todos los negocios. Yo le quiero darle las gracias en las puertas que estos jóvenes escuelas van a tocar, boom, 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 para pedirles ayuda, para que ellos puedan estar en la cancha jugando deporte. I really admire the businesses, the people, the community, the support that there is for sports. Cuando le preguntamos a Palacio, le preguntamos a Presca Dugan, y también nosotros hablamos de eso, que el deporte ha caído bastante. No es que el deporte ha caído bastante, es que las finanzas, it's the monies that these sporting events need, and they don't have it. You know, at the time of Juventus, there was Mr. Raul Pelayo pumping in a lot of money and getting Juventus to where he was. Man, do you remember the gates? ¿Se acuerdan los portones? In the gates, I'm telling you, you know, there were raffles at the gates. Había rifas at the gates. You could have easily won yourself a television. You could have easily won yourself a stove, a fridge. You know, hampers. ¿Cuántas cosas habían que la gente podía ganarse? ¿Cuántos premios habían que la gente podía ganarse cuando van al estadio a ver un partido de fútbol? Y ese le daba la emoción. That was the emotion that they had in sports. Por eso es que esta mañana hay que compartirlo, you know, that and to all those people who assist, man, I'm telling you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. You know, gracias por siempre estar apoyando a lo que es los equipos. Son las 7:41. It's 7:41, and definitely we are here on Power FM 95.5. My good friend Paul is here, and definitely Palacio, we will be miking him up. Shortly vamos a poner los micrófonos para que esto pueda seguir adelante. Okay, aquí estamos en Power FM.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my home, Belize, oh home, Belize, oh home, Belize. Take me back to my home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Okay, una vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, and definitely, you know, this is how this works. We are back on Power FM 95.5. We are with my good friend, none other than former teacher, former counselor,
BNTU Vice President,
and BNTU Vice President, okay?
Many other capacities which I won't
And many other capacities.
Sweet home, Belize, there is not a place to find. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Yeah, I like how you say it, and various other capacities.
Yes,
With me,
sir.
Mr. Alex Palacio. Good morning to you, Alex. Buenos dias.
Morning, General Sani Baiza. I'm glad to be back on your show this morning. And you will know that sports is my thing, Sani. I'm very passionate about sports, right? Because when you do sports, you work with youth, you do a lot for the young children off the streets, no? And I think you heard the minister dealing this morning, no? Some restructuring. I mean, overstaff, lazy workers, no productivity as per se in the development of the stadium. Okay, they started off in Belize City and they had to go there physically and chop out the mangrove and super the Marian Jones. What was the staff doing, no? And as I mentioned earlier, Sani, a big portion of the budget goes on salaries. I mean, that's too much, man. And what goes to the development of youth and sports? And youth are the future of this country, Sani. A lot need to be invested in the youth. So I'm glad that the new Minister of Sports, Anthony Mala, Honorable Anthony Mala, sir, my friend, and Honorable Devin Daly, very young guy, about 30 years old, no, have a different vision. They are visiting the Sports Council. I think I sent you earlier a memo.
Yes, I saw that.
A memo where they will do some restructuring and put the people in the right places. And two important ministries, Sani, youth and sports, okay? And the youth and sports go together.
3 R's. Remember the 3 R's that the man said? The man said he's gonna restructure.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna
It's a 3 of them.
Yeah, restructure,
3 R's.
reset, and reimagine sports in the country of Belize. That's what the three
keyword that he used.
keywords.
And if you notice, Sani, there was a meeting, I think it was yesterday, I sent in the memo as well, no? Whereby the sports coordinators, no, because you know that primary school sports that's basically what they do. All right, and there was an MOU with the Sports Council and the FFB, whereby they're supposed to coordinate sports with both entities work together to work on facilities and promote sports. So the facilities are up to par, so they can host sports regularly. But that has not been done the way it should be done. As a matter of fact, all the sports in most of the youth sports in the district are done by the OWFA. We just really finished U13, U15, and U17. Okay, and I'm sure that the Mr. Putt from the OWFA office has been trying to coordinate with these guys at the Sports Council, the coordinators, so that they can do programs together. But on weekends, you won't see those guys at the stadium, Sani.
But one of the thing is that people in Belize City, and you said something that is very important, because people are saying, man, we are afraid to even go and run at the Marian Jones Stadium because there is an area that the mangrove are blocking the vision of safety for people who go and use the Marian Jones Stadium, and they're scared because when you're in the evenings when the sun is going down, when it's clear around the track, especially that area when they're running, it's dark because the mangroves
block the vision, block the view, and
blocking everything.
And that's an area where criminals go in and hide. Now, I think lately, I'm not sure what was the cause, but there was a first division game there, and there was a shootout where one of the fan was shot. No? So as soon as they went in the first week after elections, and I think it was the guy there brushing on that mangrove, so it can be more clear view.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I'm glad now that again, honoring Anthony Mala, no, very visionary person. He has renovated the MCC.
Yeah, they're working on that there. They're working on the MCC.
Well, games should be starting this weekend, Sani. So,
no, man.
If I'm not mistaken, games should be starting this weekend. So, because MCC, after the last hurricane, Sani, basically defensive blows, the pitch is in proper shape, far better, 100,000% better than the Marian Jones. Marian Jones is mostly dirt and a little bit of grass, no? But if you have been to MCC, because when I was in Belize City, I'm working at Better Primary School, and Calvert Temple, we play football there, and the pitch is perfect.
I just want to say, Paul, something that is very important that you just mentioned before you go deep into the MCC, because I know you're excited. I think Prescott Dogan were excited too in regards to MCC.
You have to.
But then you said that as soon as this man gone in, he can cut down the mangrove. I barely go to the People's Stadium, but there's a tree that is growing at the corner of the southwestern. Yeah, southwestern area. You can see a tree. I hope they cut it down by now.
A plum tree.
I hope they cut it down by now.
A plum tree. Well, as you mentioned, Sally, I think in the past, under the previous director, the stadium had many buses. Okay. Everybody my boss.
All right. No. You said that things are serious. I remember Prescott Dugan coming in and said that Minister Mala went to visit the Marian Jones Stadium.
Now, the first place he got. Yeah,
And when he went to Marian Jones Stadium, he was very, very,
Mad.
very disappointed.
and mad.
Yeah, because then the guys were not working. They were sitting down, and I understand that, boy, all kind of thing may happen, and
Yes.
the man was really disappointed.
Well, he first of them sleeping,
And
Sonny.
supposed to be sent so much of them
Send them home.
to suspension. Hello, good morning, Power FM. You're on the air. Adelante.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
We're talking about sporting facilities. It is a shame when you go to our Orangeoak multipurpose court and you want to use the facilities of the bathroom. They are in deplorable conditions.
Yep.
It is not fit for no one to go in there. I was by that unit a couple months ago when they had this high school volleyball tournament, and I went in to use the facilities, and it is deplorable. Really, really deplorable. I don't know what the sports council are doing, right? And that place needs to be retrofitted, man, completely, especially the bathrooms. Right? The facility where they play the volleyball and everything is quite nice, but the bleachers are good, but the bathroom facilities are
Bathroom.
out of order.
Good.
Really, really out of order, right? And again, I see you all speaking just about football. They have multiple disciplines here in Orange Walk.
Yes.
Volleyball, for instance.
Exactly.
Volleyball, for instance. I mean, it's a great sport.
The biggest sport,
the
biggest sport
the
in the
high
country.
schools are really, really capitalizing on volleyball right now, right? We're supposed to start track and field. We have potential here in Orange Walk. Why do you guys only talk about football? You base only on football.
No, we
You
don't.
have this another thing. You have this. We
Well,
have gyms here in Orange Walk. We need to get all these youths to do this kind of sports, not only football. I mean, football is good, volleyball is good. I mean, basketball is good, but we need to capitalize on
Yes.
sports in general.
Yes.
In general, gentlemen.
And
But
that's-
I see you guys only speak about football.
No,
we
we're
need to. If you're talking about sports, you need to capitalize on all disciplines. That's my point of view. Thank you.
Okay, well, sir, let me. You heard you talking about the sporting the bathroom facilities. It's very deplorable. Again, it's come back to management. But we have a nice multipurpose complex there. Volleyball has been played there. You know that volleyball is one of the number one sport in the side that bringing the medals, no? But as to volleyball, I think somebody can bring Mr. Ben Rams kind of to verse with volleyball. Look, I see the. But I can speak about volleyball to a certain extent, no? As to
No,
basketball,
but what he's saying,
basketball-
the other disciplines,
yes, we have
like track
basketball.
and field,
Well, track and
high
field.
jump, long jump. He's seeing Olympics.
Well,
And we have talent, you
a
know.
lot of talent. You know, as well.
and then we like look at this. Look at this. Let me quickly show you this. Simeon Biles. I mean, she
Belize.
was Belize. You know, Marian Jones. You know?
Belize,
These are products of Belizeans that went to the United States.
Yes.
And the only thing that why Marian Jones and why Simeon
Simone Biles.
Biles, they went to the capacity in full to be who they are today because of the facilities, because of the opportunity, or because of the privilege that the United States offers. And why can't we do this in Belize? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You see, Sonny, a lot of our volleyball players, if you notice, we want many male and female, and a lot of them are on scholarships.
Push up your mic while they can't hear you.
Okay,
put it up, the whole stand.
Oh, they start. Okay, good.
Oh,
Anyway,
yes.
a lot of our volleyball players, I think you know the little girl Martinez, St. West daughter is on scholarship, and many of them are on scholarship in the U.S.
Yeah.
because of volleyball. But again, like what the Carla said just a while ago, okay, facilities. The only suitable track for training for track and field is in Marian Jones. People say don't really have us who are trackers per se. When they are going to have a track and field like this for primary school, and that's where it starts, they use the harsh track. Okay, so we need to invest, like as what the minister said earlier this morning, we need to invest in the facilities. That's where it starts. Because if there's no facilities, there won't be good quality sports. Again, he spoke about the multiple complex. We have an excellent court there at the complex, Sani, for basketball and for valid. But again, it needs maintenance. But again, prior to maintenance, you need the facilities like the bathroom and so forth to be established.
Good, you got a bad bathroom.
Because if the bathroom not good, the man not going to the complex, right? And again, it boils down to maintenance. You must see the manager who
want to see this.
look after that place. And the chairman tries his best, Mr. Zuba, sometimes, they need to listen to their chairman because he has another vision.
I want to see this, pal. I want to see this, and I am serious about this. If you go and use a bathroom, it doesn't matter if it is your house. If it is your house and you go use one bathroom, you go to a friend's house and use the bathroom. If you go to a restaurant
use the bathroom,
and use the bathroom,
must be sanitary.
if you go to a shop, to a store, and you want to use bathroom, you go to a sporting facility and want to use bathroom, man, the only thing we go and do at bathroom is to mess. We have to mess.
Of course, automatic.
And and when you finish mess, then you have to clean.
Of course.
So there's nothing wrong for you to clean just your butt and left the facilities all messed up. You have to clean it too, man. I always say this, you have to clean it too. If it's a child, then you do it for that child. But when you are growing up, you have to teach that child that it's not only your butt you want clean, you have to clean the facility as well, because others will come to use it. But people get frightened sometimes and they hurry, jump up and then go like that.
They know why the fear of use facility because of the condition, but at the same time, people stadium and complex have a person specifically for bathrooms, So that's the place we must clean that all the time. All the person and the materials, man.
Clean it. I believe in cleaning. You not just run and go left one facility like that. Anywhere you go, sometimes and that's what give you that thing there, because when you go there, you see the bathroom all mess up. Well, man. I
throw you off. It
just show you off, and then other people they want to go use the bathroom, and they don't clean it,
No, they won't.
And they don't clean it.
They will not.
Watch I tell you, they rather go stand up.
Don't forget the
stand up on the sewerage, or the what?
On the floor sometimes.
On the floor, but they just won't use it, or they won't go to the place. You know what the thing needs for flush. Is there any water, any bucket, anything, flush and clean and use, because it's use, clean, use, flush and clean, use, flush and clean, use, flush and clean. It doesn't matter. I mean, use, flush and clean. That's when you go use bathroom. Use, flush and clean. You got to clean. At the end, you have to clean everything. All right?
But I agree, sir. At the same time, I remember it's a public facility, okay? And they have to take care of the bathroom. So the bathroom must be maintained the standards at all time. Have the resources, make sure you go flush properly, and give the worker what she needs to get the place in proper care. Because it's a bit, it has to be sanitary. They do a charge, and she's paid as well. But the bathroom has to be sanitary and healthy, because the human beings using the bathroom, and keep the place clean, man. And I understand the caller. Okay, people at the stadium have to make sure that they get all that is needed to keep the place clean. But at the same time, the minister pledge again, when they come here, they're going to look at all these things and make sure they're up to standards. Otherwise, things will not be done to restructure and readjust to get up to par.
And that is what is very important. Facilities, but going back to sports, Pal, again. I remember in one of the in most of the budgets of the past administration, youth and sports. And I hear the budget for youth and sports for this administration.
Well, I come up shortly again now. I come up shortly, but we have to invest for the youth and the salaries.
I want to hear the budget of youth and sports.
Big budget.
Right. No, $2 billion. $2 billion.
No, good big budget. Trust me. Okay.
No, in past administrations, it was. I don't know what was the budget for the last
before 2020
Presenio administrations. What have been the sports budgets? We don't know, but I can tell you this, that the budget for the UDP, I remember one was only $2 million, and it was questioned. The $2 million was questioned, and when the $2 million was questioned, it was because almost 75 to 80% were
Salary. Similar to this one here, I think it's 7.5 million, and 7 million goes on salary, and only 500,000 goes on youth and sport. I mean, what can you do with 500,000? Less than half a million.
You can't do nothing.
Alright.
You can't fix one facility. You can't do nothing. And then the FIFA tells you that they can push sports, but it's the government to do the facilities. And what you could do with only
500,000.
$500,000.
But if you look at the last MOU, because there were two MOUs now, one in 2021 and one in 2023. All right, there's a move for the sports council to work along with FFB to get the facilities in par for competition purposes. Okay, and I'm glad again that Minister Mala again. Okay, he was at the last FFB Congress, no. And they're going to work towards it, so
Definitely.
it becomes more
Definitely.
practical, okay? Not only theory, it becomes more practical. And I'm glad he made the move, and he made the bold statement after the Costa Rica Belize game. All right, go in there and work with these people, so that make sure the sports in the districts are doing their job, because some work and some don't work, you know. All right, some people go to work and they feel like, I mean, not because you get a job at your party or you be like a DSCL. You get a job, you get paid by the taxpayers to go do your job properly, man.
Watch out, be proud, man. Be proud and then represent.
Properly and proudly.
Right.
And
Represent
proudly.
your party, man.
Not only half represent, because you go to work and you feel like you work for 8 to 5, man. You know, go in and come out, and then you go again, give you who we need to do, and come out, you stay there and see, make sure the worker do their job, man.
Represent your party.
Exactly. I represent properly and proudly. All right, and that's the problem. Is sometimes when they employ these people here, they feel after they get employed, they want to be a boss, and they're our servants.
Yeah,
they serve the people.
I remember under the UDP, you go to hospital, and the girl where they clean this call the doctor.
Thank
Tell
you.
the doctor where for do.
Thank you.
Even the girl where they mop the floor,
and even
la trapeadora en el
hospital,
en el hospital regañando al
La
doctor
doctora.
y la doctora para decirle qué es lo que van a hacer. Y si el doctor y la doctora dicen, ahorita voy a llamar al ministro. Right, I'm going to call the minister.
They shape up.
Bam, bam.
They shape up.
And
that should be the case. It's so sad, son. And that's why I always say, you get a job, you do the job properly. Because not because your party give you a job.
You know, sometimes when they're giving jobs, I notice with Chandra Nisbet Cantino.
Oh, the new CEO of Social
The
Security.
new CEO for Social Security. She was heading Carl Hushner. A very bright girl. I want to tell you this. Chandra is very bright.
I know a person.
Smart, very smart.
And
and they removed her from Social Security and brought her to a mess at the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital.
KHMH.
Today, the KHMH is a better place
than it was before.
Than it was under the United Democratic Party.
Thank you. She cleaned the mess.
Now, the former CEO of the Social Security has to move because they reach age.
Of course.
And what Prime Minister John Bresenio did, he went back knocking at the doors to see how it was at the KHMH. This girl is organized.
Of course.
Miss Chandra is organized.
Very organized.
Everything set. You know, and then it's her the way how she does things is that you are getting paid too.
You get paid for that job.
You don't think you are there right here. So
you
you gotta work.
You get paid for that job
because you're being paid, and the thing is that she shows them how to work. So it's a collective thing, how to work. Because even when at the time of strike, she said, "Man, there people know when they happen."
Exactly.
So they could strike as much as they want. They got the right to strike.
That's their right. That's their right.
But this is we have meetings. We inform them. We tell them. And they know, but they want to go and play their political game.
And that would work with her.
Let they go and play their political game. It's nothing we can do. It's in the act. You can strike. You can protest. It's in the act, in the Workers' Act. Go do it.
That's your right. And labor laws.
Yeah, labor laws. You could do it. I mean, hey, you want to follow people and go do it. We can't stop you. But the work continues.
The work has to be done. The work must be done.
And right now, the KHMH has improved a lot. In every different sense, it has improved a lot. And then another thing is not that they took her back.
Social Security.
And I want to get the thing when Jules Vasquez wrote that Chandra is moved like a sacrificial lamb from from Social Security
To KHMH.
to KHMH for
And
make
back.
because KHMH, remember that time a mess.
It was a total
You know,
mess. A
For
total
make them
mess.
for make them crucify Poo Chandra and punish and I mean like one punishment then as I said Channel 7 lo puso ese tiempo como que si era un castigo.
Remember, Sanis?
I know that then they move on back as CEO.
So as
Oh,
security.
she's a UDP, and then they give UDP job and the family to the prime minister. Oh, and then man,
You know, Chandra, Sani, her mother taught me, Miss Dina, is better at SJC. I know her forever since, and their mother still instilling them leadership qualities, and that's what Chandra has. She's a great leader, okay? And you can put she know a mess, okay? She has fixed a mess, but remember with Chandra, you have to work. It's not about politics or nothing. You have a job for you get paid for do the job, do the
Gotta
job
work.
properly.
Work,
And that's what people need to understand. Not
Work,
because
man.
they give you the job, you are doing OT and tribal people.
Work,
Not
man.
because the minister hire you. I mean, the minister hire you with an intention to work and serve the people
Work.
and give them justice. That's what they need to say. Justice and work for the people. Get paid for what you do.
that's right, work.
Exactly so,
That's
Sani.
all we ask you for, work.
We need to do
Alright.
that, Sani. And
Palace 806.
take time check.
Time check. Yeah, we're going to do this time check from none other than Belize Water Services Limited, BWS, delivering water
And
and,
more.
more. BWS.
Improving lives, delivering quality. Water for you and me. In Belize, BWS, we make it happen.
The process here at Double Run Water Treatment Plant, it's a 24/7 process so that we can keep up with the daily demand for the consumers.
Belize Water Services test their public water systems for bacteriological quality as well as various water quality parameters. When you turn on your tap, remember there's a lot happening behind the scenes to ensure that the water you receive is safe and good for drinking.
Belize Water Services, delivering water and more.
BWS new online portal makes accessing our services much easier from the comfort of the office or home. Just visit the BWS website and click on our online services tab, followed by customer portal. You'll first need to register. Just enter your account number and follow the easy guide. When completed, just log in. From the portal, you can now view your account history, see past bills, payments made, and right from the portal, you can download and save your bill. You can also view your water consumption over the past year and update your account information all from the portal. Register and use the BWS portal.
Belize Water Services, delivering water and more.
Belize Water Services, delivering water and more. We are on Power FM 95.5. It's 8:08, las 8:08. Estamos con el señor Alex Palacio. And the rains came down last night, pal. Cool front. Cool front. Cool down the dust. Wash off all them trees where me full of dust. Yeah.
was most investment in their time. Very young players as well. For services, you are going to see talent in the youth here, a lot of talent. Okay, so you see why the sports also need to build the facilities.
That's right.
Sports and play. A lot of young people are out there. And these tournaments keep the youth busy, you know. All right, every Saturday and Sunday. And coming up shortly, and it's going to be as well. I think that's sports house. And hoping they will join in. We have the U30, U50, and U70 tournament coming up. One call that the minister made to the Sports Council signing, you know, that every year the Honorable John Bishop is summer camp, no?
Yeah.
In July, no? So they are calling, and he does it in People's Stadium and San Esteban, which are both in this constituency, and San Lorenzo. All right, so this year they are asking that come July that the Sports Council do their own summer camp now. All right, because that is their function. They are the youth department, youth aside have youth and sports together. Invest in the youth, do summer camp for the youth, do sporting programs, a lot of programs. In the past, the youth department used to have sewing programs. All kind of programs showed here at the youth department on Queen Victoria Avenue. So we need those things to come back. And I'm sure that the government will find funding for those things during the summer. Every year they have sewing, crochet. They open a new music gym there. If you notice at the youth department, those things need to come back, Sani. Okay, come back and bring the youth in for the summer, because they have 1 month summer holiday, and then 1 month holiday in June. Then July they go to summer school, no? So we need to make sure these programs are constant. And if the youth are not going to school, keep it throughout the air so that the youth can go there, learn a skill, go back into society, and make themselves make the income to speak their family survive, no? So we need to make sure we invest in the youth and the sports. That's the most, and that's what the emphasis of the minister is putting on his talk show. We are going to put more monies into the youth. We are going to put more money into sports, and we are going to work on the facilities. They should be here within the next 1 or 2 weeks, Sani. And let's see what will be done. But at the same time, these guys need to work as they are employed to work and serve the people that they are intended to serve, Sani.
Wonderful, Paul. That's great to hear, and definitely again, you know, let it be clear that sports is discipline.
Lot of discipline.
So we have to go by how this thing had happened, and we hope that the people could really also support in every way that they can. Sports is just like when you're growing a child. I know one matting, one patting, or one patting. It's a community.
You have stakeholders as well, parents, teachers, sports.
It's a community.
It's a community effort. No, and once you bring in these children in sports, and I think you heard about the little guy from Ohio who played the national team there at Jamaica. No, again, sports is discipline, respect, and at the same time, it earns you the opportunity to get scholarships, as the caller alluded to earlier. Okay, volleyball has the most scholarships presently in the country. Most of the volleyball players play internationally. All right, a few of the basketball players play internationally. One of them is the Minister Devin Daly. I think you would know that he was a semi-pro player, no?
Yeah.
And he was also a part of a sports scholarship. I think some part of the states he went, okay? And he was a part of a team. And he went to different countries, but he is a superstar by himself. You know, that's why he has a passion for sports. And if you listen to him this morning, okay, we need to provide facilities for our youths. We need to promote sports, because that's one of the ways that we keep our young children, our youths off the street and into productive programs. Sports is very productive. If you go to Louisiana any given weekend, or the stadium when you have these youth tournaments, you see the parents in full numbers and supporting their children, because this is a way to keep these children busy, off the streets, productive, and at the same time, sometime in the future, get a scholarship. Okay, sports is an opportunity for scholarship, so step on it. Okay, develop your skill, and sport is discipline. It teaches you respect, discipline, and many other factors. So get into sports, invest in our youth, and the priority of this government, okay, for the second term, is to make sure sports goes on the right direction, get the facilities, and get sports going. Let the guys employed at the sports council, because there'll be a cut in Osani, or they will put you where they need you. In both sports and youth department, they need to make sure that these guys do what they need to do and invest in their youth. It's not about the money, you know. It's about doing the job you're employed to do. I recall one of my previous managers, may he rest in peace, but in life, okay? So people employ themselves as workers, okay, just for the salary. They go check that ATM every 15 and ending, right? And they don't really work.
Go check this.
Right? They don't really work. All right, they go in at 8 o'clock, have breakfast, okay? They start at 9 o'clock, left 11, I come back 3 or left 5, okay? You employ 8 to 5, go in and work, man, and give what you need to give to your society. Taxpayers, the pay, Sani.
But we want to see more. Honestly, we want to see plenty more. We want to see things start happening. There's a lot of stuff that happened in Orangewack, you know, and the thing is that like but when things happen, like one fever, you know. I remember growing up by the building.
Yeah,
that's
a big thing then.
They had Eagles gym, they had this next gym, and they had that next gym, and
so many gyms.
Gone. No. Then they start with different things with when the girls start to do the how you call them, man, the rumba and that kind of thing. And
Zumba. Yeah, they got different parts of town.
Watch this thing here just gone like wildfire. Boom, it gone.
Gone viral.
Yeah, you know, and what I'm saying is that because there is no consistency, then they're not gonna want consistency in doing things. You know, the other day they had a passion for running on weekends.
Yeah, and even cycling.
Yeah, it gone. You know, cycling gone. You know, I don't see that much. Like in Belize City, cycling is a passion. Basketball is a passion. Football is a passion. Because that's where maybe the $500,000 is spent in the city and not in towns, and worse in the villages. And right now we got good players. I mean, Progresso bringing players from Guinea Grass, Libertad, Yo Creek, and other villages. You know, these young men are coming in from the villages.
Different part of it. Restricted to go by the pay Progresso, no? But I must, one of the team that is strictly village team, San Esteban, Yo Creek. Okay, Progresso have mostly outside players, right? But those two Guinea Grass. All right, but they have some outside players as well. But these San Esteban and Yo Creek, it's a young team, young caliber players from the village, and they play quality football. Last year, Yo Creek was defending champions. Okay, San Esteban came through the U13, U15, U17, and amateur.
Amazing.
It's a club system. Progress has a club system as well, no? But most of the players are. It's a combination of players, no? But they have a club system. Yo Creek has a club system as well, no? Where they have teams at all levels. That is why these teams are so good, young and talented. Okay, and that's where the money is invested in these youths. Okay, they are the future of this country. And once you invest in them, Sani, we don't have their problems. Like where we have no man. Okay.
Did you listen to Mr. Daly this morning?
Yes, I listened to half.
To half? Well, like what he said. Like what he said. Well, what's some of the things that he said? I will try to find
the main issues. Okay, the main issues, right? They need to go into the sports social and bring back the sports social to the level it needs to be. Secondly, facilities. Facilities to be up to par. Okay, these coordinators need to make sure that they conduct summer camps, and after this, because they don't do primary school sports, right? After they do primary school sports, go to visit the schools, give talks, give workshops, coordinate the PE schools, and make sure they're active all through the year.
Yes.
Okay. Previously, as the primary school sports done, they're done. Okay. Work when they feel like. Okay. That has to stop. They need to work throughout the year.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, they will look at the staff and make sure that the people in the positions are qualified for the positions. You can't have two jobs. Okay. In the past, we had a sports social, okay, a coordinator doing electrical work, okay, half a time in the work and half a time out of the job. You need to be at the job 8 to 5 and serve a purpose. If the primary school sports done, coordinate other programs so that the youths can be involved. Because you are a sports social, you are a coordinator the primary school and the secondary schools. Lately, we had the secondary school sports, okay, and they were paid at $150, but you should see the condition of the debts that they use, Sani. Okay, we need you pay your money, get quality service, quality money for quality service. So these guys need to make sure they do what they need to do. You also have a manager who does make sure that the stadium is properly maintained. You would know, Sir, that we do sports there. I do progress last for the weekend, right? But to bear this, but we do sports there. The match coordinator, right? But every time we use a stadium, we have to carry our own net, our own table and chairs, our own flag pole. And the sports also collects funding. I'm not sure how much, right? But they should provide these things. But see, they don't provide it. We provide it, because at the end of the day, the sports need to play. So I'm glad that the minister came up with this idea that our sports also, and they will provide facilities now, okay, to make sure that they will provide the resources, okay, to the sports to make sure that these things are there. You borrow basketball at stadium, you're not sure if you can get it. Football, they don't have facilities. Okay,
true.
And it's a sports council. They're supposed to have football, basketball, cones, net, every single thing. But those things are not readily available. So I'm glad the new minister came up that they're going to provide resources to these people so they can give it to the people and be there when they need it. Okay, so
but other past administrations couldn't get it done because they never had the finance, pal.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't do as one unity with youth and sports.
So you have to have
with $2 million. And then that $2 million, 75% per salary. One next 10% go per vehicles and fuel. So how much really stay actually for buy ball?
Well, that's why you say.
You know how much actually is saved to buy stuff to mark the field to go. Yeah, man. You know. Yeah, like then you have one next crazy thing too, like policeman. They pay them a lot of money every time they go one game.
I bet that $12 for the police and $40 for the carpet and up. No.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't do that because they are collecting their salary. Well, I don't think we have to pay a policeman for God especially if our amateur game.
Primary school sports.
Yeah, our primary school game. Well, you don't have to pay no policeman to do that, man.
I don't think they pay them for that. They pay them for the amateur and the other ones, them, no. But
I don't think
primary school, no.
Maybe for semi-pro. Well, then because that's a business, they are making
that
money.
An amateur make their money.
Make them pay.
They make their money for that, so they can
pay for that. Make them pay, but not for thing where, you know, and even. And the referees them, you know, you have to pay the referees them for every game. Them, I don't know.
That is why there's the coordination between the FFB and the sports council, so they can deal with the payments. Either get it for primary school sport, they shouldn't pay, but I mean again, I think they charge. But if there's proper coordination with the sports and FFB, there should be no charge because they are working together for primary school and secondary school because they are under the Ministry of Education. But I'm not sure how that will work out, but eventually there should be a meeting with the new Minister of Education, Mr. Rekena. He's very open, okay? And the new Minister of Sports, and so these things can be worked out and ironed out. So when you have these things here with the sports also, they don't have to pay for certain things. Those things can be given, because like you just said, they're on salary side.
And let me tell you something. Because there will be times that maybe that, yes, they can be paid, and there will be times maybe that they can't be paid.
Of course.
But I want to tell you, like man, it is rough, man. It is rough.
A lot of money go for police, for amateur and FFB.
It is rough.
And the amount of police that require something. FFB,
yes, because then they have to pay.
Of course.
I will FFB, yes, and because motherfucking other countries, then the FFB they don't use police.
They security.
Personnel.
They use security and I go by the population of the state, no? Every so much, every 100 fans, security after, no?
Yeah.
So they go by ratio as well, no?
So I don't know if that one thing that you have to use police officers and.
No, you can use security. But if anything happens, they may have to call for police backup, no? But you can use security. You don't really have to use police.
But yes, and then because then we don't want. Of course, we want the police.
Of course, we do.
For extra money, we want and do this. They want and do it. But sometimes you can't afford it, man. It kill it. So sometimes, you know, we have some small villages that sometimes they want to do their little thing to
raise funds.
To raise funds, and for better off. Sometimes there are villages or stuff like that. But by the time they finish the thing and they tally up, man, you don't got nothing left.
The problem is that everybody want a bar, and once you got a bar, you know what happened, right?
Yeah.
You need security for the bar.
You don't got nothing left, you know.
I agree. But I guess we get the police sponsored too, no? Yeah. Next thing they just look around and can get the police sponsored through the air.
Nothing left, you know. But let's see how that will work. I just hope it could see more harmony, more thing, and let the sports council pay the police officer direct, and then they go through their salary instead of do something. I don't know. Maybe I just attack because I'm not feeling what they're going through. But it's 8:24. It was raining. Pal, it was raining. I don't know if you heard the rain.
I heard it night rain last night. Night rain for sleep last night, Sunday.
Good, pal. Well, now we got to see if the rains will continue.
Well, anyway, at least
we got to go to the National Med Service of Belize. But first, we got to say thank you to our sponsors, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors, Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Old Master Rums.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, well master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, well master stand it wrong. Some gold rum fade the form, well master climb the home. When parties start to bump, well master gold the rum. When the people having fun, well master gold the rum. When having a barbecue, well master gold for you. When having a picnic, well master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand it wrong. Some gold rum fade the form, old master climb the home. When parties start to bump, old master gold around. When the people having fun, old master gold around. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. At this time, we join the National Met Service of Belize for this morning's weather forecast for today, Tuesday, April 8, 2025, as of 6 o'clock this morning. We join forecaster Cristal Rosales at the National Met Service of Belize. Good morning to you, Miss Cristal. Buenos dias.
Good morning. A cold front is affecting the country. And in the 24-hour forecast, skies will be mostly cloudy today and then cloudy at times tonight. A few showers or periods of light rain may linger around the country today and then mostly over offshore and southern coastal areas tonight. High temperatures for today will reach around 80 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast and 81 degrees Fahrenheit inland, then 69 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. Low temperatures for tonight will reach around 69 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 62 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and then 59 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. Winds over the open sea will be from the north to northwest at 10 to 20 knots, and then sea conditions will be choppy to rough. So operators of small crafts are advised to exercise caution for occasionally gusty winds and locally rough seas. And then high tides occur at 7:48 this morning and at 7:38 tonight. Low tides at 1:21 this afternoon and then at 2:16 tomorrow morning. The moon will rise at 2:53 this afternoon and then set at 3:41 tomorrow morning, while sunset is at 6:07 this evening and sunrise at 5:41 tomorrow morning. The extended forecast for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for variably cloudy skies with windy and cool conditions and little or no rain expected. And now for the fire forecast. The risk for brush and forest fires will be low for Wednesday. Then in the sarcasm update, surface observations and satellite imagery show a major influx of sargassum over the area, and this is expected to significantly affect beaches across the country during the next few days. This has been this morning's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.
Thank you so much, dear Cristal Rosales at the National Met Service of Belize. Thank you to the National Met Service of Belize and to our sponsors, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand it wrong. Some gold rum feed the form, old master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, old master gold around. When the people having fun, old master gold around. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lit. Some gold rum come to town, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand it wrong. Some gold rum feed the form, old master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, old master gold around. When the people having fun, old master gold around. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lit. Some gold rum come to town, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Cuando son ya en este momento, lo que marca el reloj, las 8:32, 8:32. We are this morning with Mr. Alex Palacio, former teacher, former counselor, lover of sports. One thing I could tell you about Pal, you love sports. Pal, right now, how many competitions are running of football in the district of Orijuak?
Tournament. The last week was played this weekend. We had to use 2 venues and 3 nights. Okay, we had games Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, but remember for Sunday we coordinated with Progressive FC because we wanted the fans to be behind the only team of the North, the pride and of the Progressive. But unfortunately, the last one go to nil on a penalty by Christian Lopez in the second half, 59th minute. But the away game is this weekend out at the Marshall Stadium in
Benqueviejo.
Benqueviejo. And
when will that game be played?
Saturday night at 7:30.
Saturday night at 7:30. Why? Well, then we have to go to Benque, boy. Benque with the con.
Well, automatically, like what I told the management of Progression and the players, it's never over until it's over. Okay? 1-0 means you're dead.
No. And again, and this is what I told Pres Cadogan. I told Pres Cadogan that the 4 teams are playing
quality football. And
the 4 teams are very good. And they have good goalkeepers, good defensive line,
good everything,
good midfielders,
and good
forwards. So, and they have the best of the best. Each team have the best of the best.
All the 3 trying to put together the best team for every game.
And I want to say that the only way, Pal, that a team can lose is if they create a mistake.
And that was the mistake of the Progressive team, a penalty, a handball in the area. So one handball, that was it, But Progressive controlled that game, But one handball, a penalty by Christian Lopez, and that was it. All right, so one mistake, like what I said, One mistake, and that was it.
One mistake, and it cost the game. Not because Verdes is a better team than Progreso.
Played better than Verdes, but
or the second Progreso no good.
They couldn't get a goal. They couldn't get a goal, but this weekend, I think they have their mindset now to go to Benke, and they have to win 2-0. All right, so I think they have their mindset already and see how it goes over there. But that is the mindset. And the other game drew in Hamburger Stadium, 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, Brian Chavez 1-1. For San Pedro and Latrell Middleton for Port Loyola. But you know that since San Pedro qualified to the top 40, San Pedro is well on their foot.
Yes.
All right. And last year they were in the final, so watch out the San Pedro. All right.
Yes.
So as well as Progressive to redeem themselves this weekend in out west in Benqueviejo. But as you said earlier, one mistake. Progressive control the game. So like what I told the management and the fans, it's never over till it's over. after the 90 minutes on the Marshall Lake. Okay, because if they give progressive scores, you have to go into overtime.
When will San Pedro visit Belize?
This Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Marian Jones Sporting Complex.
Sunday at 4 p.m. Marian Jones.
That's their home game for Port Loyola. Weekend was the away game out of Abergastino, so this weekend they play at home. So again, they have the home field advantage similar to Verde. So let's see what happens this weekend. So after Saturday night and Sunday, you will know who will be the finalists for the following weekend.
So right now the Orange and then you say that the Orange Rock Football Association games have come to an end.
Well, the regular season finished this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you had two groups, Group A and Group B. There were 12 teams, Sonny.
12 teams.
There was a lot of teams, Sonny.
You're all the teams there, man.
All right. Progresso FC topped that Group A, undefeated, 15 points. The new team, new kids on the block, Sutherfield Wolverines, with 10 points. A very young team, Sonny.
Young team.
From the Pasadena, Sutherfield area. All right. Then Trafa ended up with 9 points. San Esteban Soccer Team with 6 points, and eliminated our LA Tigers from Louisiana area and San Jose FC. Okay, in Group B, the legendary Mehente of Guinea Grass have been champions for some time now, and Pumas, some Mehente with 12 points, San Jose Pumas with 10 points. Sorry, 12 points for Mehente, 10 for San Jose Pumas. Yucrucas with 10 points, but Pumas have a better goal average. Guinea Grass FC with 5 points, eliminated Crystal and Agaspé Ridge. So it's the top 4 teams, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, and 4 and 1 will be playing this coming weekend for semi-finals. A home and away series. Okay, games will be at 11 a.m. Begin at 11 a.m. on Sunday at the Louisiana Football Field. Again, thanks for the rain. The field is wet now, so hopefully we get some grass growing. 11 a.m. Progresso FC. That's the number 1 in Group B, going up against number 4 in another group, which is Guinea Grass FC. Then 2 and 3. Sandfield Wolverines against Your Creek United at 1 p.m. Then 3 and 2, Trial Legends going up against San Jose Pumas, and 4 and 1 going up against San Esteban Soccer Team from San Esteban going up against Mehente of Guinea Grass. So it's 4 big games. For this game, you can have a draw or a win, but for next week, you must have a Galador Sane, and the winners advance to the semi-finals, which will also going to be home and away, and then 1 big championship. 1 game, all right.
So how much more Sundays? How much more?
We have 5 more Sundays.
5 more Sundays.
2 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, and 1 finals.
Are the females playing right now?
Unfortunately, we don't have any female teams in Orange Rock so far. We only have teams from we have Saditun, Napolis, Jewel Fury, and Kaya Dreamers. Only 4 teams taking part in the national tournaments, and for some reason they had
but Orange Rock are good players. The best players for the last national selection from San Lazaro, Trinidad.
The last tournament was about 2 years ago. Last year was the last tournament when Corazon Elite won Sane. So, but those are local tournaments. They are not a national scene. But I'm sure that OWFA is working on another female tournament. They should be starting very shortly. Again, we have teams. We had about 8 teams the last time, and that was last season. But for this season, there has been none as yet. But that is being worked on, and the teams are getting their chemistry together. Well, we have San Lazaro, Corazon Elite, Guinea Grass. We have some very good teams, and San Jose as well, no, that I can recall. But the tournament will start very shortly for the local level. But on the national level, we don't have no team so far. But hopefully, again, by next season, after the local tournament, we have the big tournament, and that tournament was sponsored by the Honorable John Busenia. So I'm sure that Mr. Pott is going to approach the office of the Prime Minister and get him to sponsor the upcoming tournament. But we have very good teams, very competitive football, very good female football in the district side. So that will be back very, very soon. And again, played at the People's Stadium right here in Jockton Sani.
Okay, and that's wonderful to listen to because it's very important, pal. It's very important so that people can know what happened. And in the primary school, when I was going to primary school, there were some running races, especially when we were going to high school. I remember going to high school, technical and muffles at the time were the ones that bucked heads.
Yes, too competitive at the time.
Yeah. You know, that time we had different disciplines. Like maybe that's what Mr.
The caller was talking.
Yeah, the caller was asking about, when they had the 100-yard dash, the 200, the baton relay, the 400.
Well,
they had some high jump. They had the
long jump,
high jump. They had the long distance run.
Exactly.
I can
shot
remember.
put.
No, I don't remember we had shot put.
No, had shot put on the days?
No, we never had shot put at the time.
Well, lately the sports also, I must commend them for doing a tournament about 3 weeks ago at the People's Stadium. But again, they are using a track which is not too safe for those activities because the track is kind of on level, no? But they had a different activity at the People's Stadium about a month ago, and they went to the Nationals as well, no? We also did the volleyball tournament where Carmelita and Champion represented the district in Toledo, but we didn't come in first, second, or third, but that tournament was played at the People's Stadium. So they are doing their thing, but they need more schools to participate. I don't think that the RCs are participating for some reason or the other. Maybe I can ask Mr. Marin to address it. He's the manager. But those tournaments took part. Again, we need more participation from all the schools in the district, okay, so it can be very competitive. And that was one of the reasons why when they go out to nationals, okay, we're not coming in first or second because we're not going to get the best of the best. We need to get the best of the best.
And let's say Guinea Grass has a good team. Good players, but then we need 2D strikers where they got at San Lazaro Primary School. We can't borrow two.
Of course. The last high school tournament, BHSC borrowed James Wade from Bishop Martin. They borrowed Horitian Eunice from. He goes to technical, so you can reinforce the team.
And it's okay. It's acceptable.
It's because you're
not a violation if they would have known they would have sanctioned this because they're not the loan.
It's in the regulations you can reinforce your team when you go to nationals, right?
Okay, then.
But at the same time, remember that the RC schools as well, because of too much commitments, they do the Bishop Martin tournament. And Guinea Grass RC was there for the nationals, and they came in second in the female category. So, and the males were represented by San Esteban RC. Okay, so they do their Bishop Martin tournament as opposed to going to the primary school tournament at the sports also. But at the same time, there must be incentives, attractive trophies. And if the team is support like our football, so give it to them. And because the schools have their own struggles, financially for the buying things, that's the jerseys and so forth.
Okay.
If you don't get sponsors, they can't participate.
True. That's what I tell you. If you don't get sponsors, they can't participate. So. Like yesterday, young Vicky Ara from Louisiana Primary School was so excited yesterday because they had practice at the complex, at the sporting complex here in Orange Walk.
Yes, they were there yesterday.
Yeah, they were practicing their basketball.
Yes.
Young Vicky Ara, very smart little girl.
Smart, talented little player.
Talented little girl from Louisiana Primary School.
Yes.
She will be playing in the nationals tournament basketball, representing
the Louisiana Government School for
representing Louisiana, and that Louisiana team was very good. Last year they went to PG.
Yes, they went to national.
Last year they went to PG.
I think they came in second, and again I must commend it.
Last year they went to PG.
They have a dedicated. You see, in the sports, standing, you have a dedicated coach. I was there for many years. I did trial farm for many years at Champagne Ridge. But I say that at Louisiana School, the principal Deborah Palacio is always behind the coach. He's retired now. Arginal Gigi Bennett. You know Gigi, right? Arginal Bennett, right?
Yeah.
He's always there behind the team. Teacher Kaylin. They keep their program together and have these girls motivated. You mentioned a little girl, Vicky Ara.
Yeah, Vicky Ara, yeah.
Okay, they practice. They have a court here now, okay? But they also go to the complex when they go to national because the court is a better exposure. It's not cement, it's, like tiles.
Yeah.
Where you can dribble the ball properly and it's better.
And she's excited because yesterday I learned that the national primary school females basketball, and I think the males too, will be played right here in Orange Walk.
Orange Walk will host.
Yeah, right? Will be right here in Orange Walk. So, Vicky Ara and Louisiana Primary School. Congrats. What? No have to do one thing for Orange Walk.
Congrats.
That's right. Congratulations to Louisiana Primary School, one of the schools that are going to the nationals, and of course Vicky Ara, who will be that the name right now? Why that the name like when you hear about them big name
like Messi? So.
Yes, but right now, the female basketball America man.
Oh yes, they got big teams there. They got big teams.
They got name from UCLA. They were
I watched the game lately, and then
Stacy something.
Yeah, but they are playing at a high level.
Stacy Cornwell, something.
3-point everything from outside.
The girl that young lady was
superstar.
Very good, very good. And that's what sometimes when you go by and so Vicky is right there watching those female American high schoolers playing basketball.
That's where they get the inspiration.
Yeah,
And since we are hosting, I'm sure the complex will be in Ireland for those games.
You know, we just hope that we could say some later on the drive and the spirit that they have, that they can motivate them to go ahead and do what they got. But then we die off, man. Then at some point,
consistency and
consistency. We don't continue to support. We don't continue to
consistency.
But that's how life is, pal. It's 8:45. 8:45. Vamos a hacer quickly 3 ads right there, so because then we don't want to waste
You have to pay the bills. You have to pay the bills. That's
right.
Pay the bills.
That's right. I want to do this one here because it's very important for us. And I just want to tell you, pal. Any kind of work hard. Any kind of work, the hard work. I want to say this. Any kind of work, the hard work.
Mentally or physically.
That's right. But then, but tools makes a difference.
Of course,
tools
from Total.
Tools makes a difference, and Total One-Stop Station Limited. They are at Mehiba Street here in Orange Joactong. Total Tools, making it different for you. Attention, construction workers, masons, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, welders, mechanics, and farmers. Your profession is hard work. We at Total One-Stop Station Limited on Mehiba Street, where once was Picame, will turn your hard work to smart work with Total Tools, generators, drill guns, impactors, welders, tool sets, water pumps, spray pumps, tools. We got them all for you. Electric and battery operated at Total One-Stop Station Limited on Mehiba Street. See, at donde estaba Picame, we carry plumbing, electrical, fence wires, bicycles, and much more. No more stress, no more worries. Come and visit us for the month of April. It's Total Tuesdays, super discounts, super deals at Total One-Stop Station Limited. Hey ladies, come check out our combo set, hand mixer, brushless drill, hand blender. Total One-Stop Station Limited will make your kitchen smarter for you. We are on Mehiba Street at Donde Era Picame. We do auto parts too.
Looking for premium quality clothes for your current business or new business? Well, look no more. Win Imports receives new stock every month from AIE, Ropa Boutique MTZ, and the best Cinco Estrellas, all premium used clothes, located at number 14 Muffle Street, Orange Joactong. Come on over or WhatsApp at 622-1008. We have a wide variety of clothes for the entire family. Win Imports, where our prices make you win. Africa.
¿Necesita usted mandar o recibir dinero del extranjero? ¿No sientes confianza o seguridad total? Rapidito Loans, aquí en Orange Walk, está a sus servicios con MoneyGram. Mandamos y recibimos de los Estados Unidos, México, Centroamérica, Sudamérica, el Caribe y Europa. Ven y siéntete seguro con MoneyGram Rapidito Loan. Prometimos de servir al pueblo mejor y con MoneyGram se cumple promesas. Visite nuestra página en el Facebook para las gangas del día. Aretes, esclavas, pulseras, anillos, cadenas, ya están en grandes descuentos y trabajamos en apartado, layaway, Rapidito Loans. Llame ahora al 322-2046 o al WhatsApp al 631-1299. Venga, visítenos en número 4 Belize Corozal Road. Rapidito Loans y Rapidito MoneyGram. Te esperamos. Meats. Meat makes the meal. We offer fresh pork and beef cuts and a variety of quality processed meats. For your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Gillet's Meats makes it tastier. Our fresh deli offers daily pork hams, turkey breast hams, Italian sausages, sliced bacon, butt bacon, smoked pork chops, and smoked ham steaks. Our prime cuts, spare ribs, baby back ribs, pork chops, ribeye steaks, cowboy steaks. Our pack-cooked salpicon meat is a must-try. Grab our daily fresh crispy chicharron and ask for our Christmas ham. We carry it all year long. We do it to help you to make it much nicer, faster, and easier. We are open Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are open on Sundays too from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Call us at 322-3486. WhatsApp at 610-4061. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. We are Gillette Meats. Come, visit us. We are on number 18 San Antonio Road. Gillette's Meats. Meat makes the meal.
Your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero.
The following is a death announcement. Adoralida Irma Jimenez, 1930-2025. It is with great sorrow that we announce the passing of Adoralida Irma Jimenez in Kenner, Louisiana, USA, also known to all as Mama Lid. Irma, 94, passed away peacefully in her sleep, surrounded by her children, grandchildren, and loved ones in the early morning of 4th April of 2025. Irma is survived by her brother, Belenquides Jimenez, and 5 children, Norman Chino Briseño, Eldo Briseño, Juanita Jean Briseño, Delte Briseño, Posey, and Dana Jimenez Briseño. In-laws include sister-in-law Adela Jimenez, daughter-in-law Eva Santana Briseño, and sons-in-law Leopold Period and Nicolas Briseño. She is mourned by her loving grandchildren Miguel Urbina, Irma Briseño, David Morales, Felipa Briseño, Shayana Batres, Zanira Batres, Amanda Puzi, Zoe Briseño, Chloe Briseño, Rojani Period, and Tremont Period. 17 great-grandchildren, numerous nieces, nephews, relatives, and friends. Mama Lid is predeceased by her sister, Carmelita Cuti Jimenez Villar, mother, Trinidad Aragon Jimenez, and father, Antonio Jimenez. Memorial services will be announced later. Your life was a blessing, your memory a treasure. You are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. Adoralida Irma Jimenez, 1st December 1930 to 4th April 2025. May she rest in peace.
Cause heaven was needing a hero. Somebody just like you.
Una vez más, buenos dias, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. This is your Shule Sani Baiza this morning here on Power FM 95.5. We are joined by former teacher, counselor, and sports enthusiast, sports lover, and none other than Mr. Alex Palacio. And Alex, again, sports in general, you know, it's something that Sports is healthy. Sports is beautiful. Sports is amazing, entertaining. Sports is discipline.
Lot of discipline, son.
Lot of discipline. Lot of discipline.
And at the same time, it gets our youths and involved, even the Malay people, because you have sports at all levels. You have the youths, the young youths, the under 13 and 15, and you also have sports for those of the government players, and you have in inter-office, and you also have for the veterans as well. No? So it's healthy across because it keeps you in shape, Sani. Okay, and at the same time, as I said earlier at the beginning of the show, we must make sure we have the facilities for the people to go and
have the facilities.
Practice one, and two, to play their games. Okay, as the Carla mentioned earlier, the facility must be properly maintained. The complex is good, Sani. Okay, but as the Carla mentioned earlier, you need to include the bathroom part of it. Okay, everything is maintenance.
Yeah,
maintenance,
man, no afraid,
maintenance. You need to maintain.
Yeah.
So as you said earlier, the budget must be increased for youth and sports, and at the same time make sure that empower and up to standards. Okay, Orange Walk, we need to make sure that people student get up to standards. The guys are going to be here very soon. The complex is up to standards. We need a ball pitch sign. We don't have no, since the last leaf fixed term, they blow up the top of the bleachers, so there's no top to the bleachers. We also need bleachers for the people, for the football field. You were there lately for, I think, for the Brothers game, Sani. Okay, and one side had bleachers, and the other side don't have no bleachers, right?
Yeah.
And also the room for the officials, okay? There's no room for the officials. It's a disaster. The bathroom, they way under the civic, okay? So hopefully that can be addressed when the minister comes down and they do their visit. Get the stadium into par. Bathroom is not by the football field for the officials, nor for the players. They have to go way to the other side. That again needs to be addressed at the
We want new stadium. We want new stadium. They broke down everything and don't want new stadium.
Exactly, and we have the Reputable Drug Central, man, and I'm sure the Prime Minister has a plan for the stadium. And
want new stadium.
Plan Belize 2.0. So hopefully for this next 5 years, we get the stadium back to par. That stadium was built by his daddy, Joe Briseño, okay?
Yeah.
I recall his dad going to talk to my mom because we were the last ones for the stadium. Where you think it booth is? I said,
well, don't feel you call it the Joe Briseño Stadium.
It should be renamed the Joe Briseño Stadium.
The Joe Briseño Stadium.
That's up to the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
So, because he was the one who had the vision to build a stadium, the complex, and the technical high school. That was his vision when he was a minister early in the 1980s. So hopefully that can. But at the end of the day, Sani, we need to make sure that all facilities across this country. Okay, but I vote for Orange Walk because I grew up in Orange Walk and I work a lot in Orange Walk for sports as a match commissioner. So we have to make sure that these players are up to par. And I must pick up all my match commissioners who have the games going at all the youth levels. You have our head, Mr. Marjone Banyos. You have Mr. Ben Ramos Jr. You also have Mr. Carlos Chan, Mr. Hubert Pascual. We have a female among us, Sani and Esmeralda Rivas. And we have Mr. Hector Morales who works at the District Education Center. So we have a group of people who do the coordination of the sports at all the facilities. But at the same time, every time we have our games, we comment about the facilities. They need to come up to par. And I'm glad that the new Minister of Sports and with you through the media pushing it, all the media houses, I'm sure that they will listen to us and get the things done. Get the stadiums up to par.
Yeah, we need one stadium. We need one good football stadium.
New state-of-the-art stadium.
And we need one good racetrack.
Yes, so
I believe the horse racing track should be moved from the People's Stadium. That was one of Mr. Joe's heart, or the racetrack was his heart.
Yes, and
but so was football and horse racing.
You know, Mr. Football game. He got it.
Yeah, we need one good
racetrack.
Upgrade. Yeah, we need one good racetrack.
Upgrade.
Maybe not far away, but we need one good racetrack, and see what we can do from there. But for now, pal, I am telling you, it's 8:59.
No problem. Another time.
And definitely, pal, I just want to say again, thank you for being with us this morning.
Anytime, sir.
And I want to leave you with the final word this morning as you direct it straight to the athletes and to those people who are responsible to make football, to make sports a better place. And definitely it is time. It is time for these things to happen, and have people doing what they should be doing the right way, pal. I think it's very, very important. I say very important for that to happen. So, pal, make I get your final words this morning.
Well, Sana, once again, thank you for inviting me to come to the show. As you said earlier, I have a passion for sports, and I like to see when everything is in par and goes the proper way. And I must communicate. I have communicated to both Mr. Daly, Honorable Daly, and I congratulate Mr. Mal on his victory as the new Minister of Sports. No, and they came in with a bang, Sani. All right, his first commitment was on the national team with the loss against Costa Rica, and secondly, his pledge for sports. He pledged to do all he can for sports to get the facilities in par. They have been to Marion Jones. They'll come to Marion very shortly, and I'm sure that he's going to make sure that the personnel at the stadium do what they are employed to do and do the right thing. Okay, and he has sent out several releases, Sani, as it relates to the stadium and the timing at work and the malpractices about smoking and so forth. Okay, so he has a very good plan for the stadium, right? You can't smoke in the stadium, you can't drink in the stadium, you can't get in the job under the influence, you can't wash your vehicle and several other things, no? So it's a very good thing that these things are being monitored and they are going to be on top of the game. Secondly, the facilities, they pledge to get it up to par because we need the youths to have proper facilities for proper training and for the games as well. And thirdly, we ask that the staff commit themselves to what they're asked to do. Commit yourself and commit yourself to your job because you're not there for yourself, you are there to serve the public and serve the public with pride and humility, Pisani. That's my plea to the athletes and to the athletes, okay? Go out there and play your sport. Orange Walk has the most is the most competitive district, and we have a lot of sports every single year, the most in the entire country, and Orange Walk has the most organized sports council. So not sports for football association, okay? I hope that the sports council as well could come on board, work with the OWFA and do a lot more sports for the district. A lot can be done and a lot more can be done, Sandy. But again, our stakeholders must come into play, and the minister has made the bold step, taking over the new ministry, and I'm sure that things can happen in the next 5 years coming forward, Sandy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pal. Thank you for being with us this morning, and thank you for informing us of all the things in sports and the way how sports will be moving. I will leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with what Anthony Mala, Minister of Sports, said, and the Honorable Devin Daly. There's only three things that they're doing for this new term of the People's United Party, while they have the portfolio of youth and sports. Restart, restructure,
remodel,
and reimagine. Reimagine sports in the country of Belize. Con esto, gracias por la fiel sintonía, gracias por estar con nosotros, gracias una vez más aquí en el 95.5. Esta noche estaremos en música romántica. Gracias por la fiel sintonía.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my home, Belize, home, Belize, home, Belize. Take me back to my home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Fine. not a place to find.
Desde los cañaverales de la capital azucarera, transmite la radio número 1, Power FM, el 95.5. Sintonízanos y mantente informado de los hechos y acontecimientos en Belice. Power FM, para lo último noticias y lo más reciente del mundo de la música. Power FM, tu radio de excelencia.
Always been told you won't be called home until it's your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero.
The following is a death announcement. Adoralida Irma Jimenez, 1930-2025. It is with great sorrow that we announce the passing of Adoralida Irma Jimenez in Kenner, Louisiana, USA, also known to all as Mama Lid. Irma, 94, passed away peacefully in her sleep, surrounded by her children, grandchildren, and loved ones in the early morning of 4th April of 2025. Irma is survived by her brother, Belenquides Jimenez, and 5 children, Norman Chino Briseño, Eldo Briseño, Juanita Jean Briseño Period, Delty Briseño, Posey, and Dana Jimenez Briseño. In-laws include sister-in-law Adela Jimenez, daughter-in-law Eva Santana Briseño, and sons-in-law Leopold Period and Nicolas Briseño. She is mourned by her loving grandchildren Miguel Urbina, Irma Briseño, David Morales, Felipa Briseño, Shayana